You're navigating in a wilderness area and you want to know your exact location on a topographical map. How do you do this? Well, in this video, I'm going to talk to you about two techniques you can use. One's called resection, and then the second one's called modified resection. Now, for you to be able to utilize these techniques, you need to have some sort of general idea of where you're at on that topographical map. If you don't, these techniques will not work for you. When it comes to resection, you need to identify two known points on a map. And when it comes to modified resection, you're going to go ahead and identify one known point. Because when you utilize modified resection, you're going to be on a linear trail or path of some kind. And that could be a road, a trail, a stream, a creek, etc. So stand by while I show you what it looks like to utilize these two techniques on a topographical map. We're someplace on this topographical map. We're going to do a resection, so we need to find two known points on the map. Hilltop 1 and Hilltop 2 we're going to use. Now we're going to shoot a magnetic azimuth to Hilltop 1 from our location, which is 330 degrees, and get a back azimuth of 150 degrees. And we're going to do the same thing to Hilltop 2. We get a 30-degree magnetic azimuth. Our back azimuth is 210 degrees. Now we need to convert these magnetic azimuths over using the magnetic declination. We'll keep it at 0 in this example for simplicity reasons. So we'll take a line, our back azimuth from Hilltop 1, which is 150, and from Hilltop 2 is 210, and where they intersect is your location. Now for modified resection, this is using one known point on the map because we're going to try to find ourselves someplace on a linear point, a trail, road, or a stream, or a creek. So we find Hilltop 1. We shoot a magnetic azimuth of 25 degrees. Back azimuth to 205 degrees. Again, we'll keep the magnetic declination as 0 for simplicity reasons. And from Hilltop 1, we'll do our back azimuth to 205, and where it crosses the trail, that's where you're located at. And there you have it. What a modified resection looks like, as well as a resection. There's two things to remember when you utilize these techniques. First, again, you need to be able to identify your general location on that map because you need to identify known points on that topographical map, whether it be hilltops or other structures that, again, you can identify and utilize. Second, when you shoot your compass azimuth to these points, you're going to get a back azimuth. And you understand when it comes to a back azimuth, it's just basically going back the exact opposite direction from the way you were traveling. And I did a video on how to get a back azimuth. But you also need to convert that back azimuth to whatever that magnetic declination is in that particular area. Now remember, when we go from the map to the compass, we use that formula, east is least, west is best. You add or subtract. When you go from the compass to the map, it's going to be reverse. So west is best as you add, you're going to subtract. East is least, you subtract, but you're going to add. Remember, it's just the opposite. So when you go from the map to the compass, you use that saying, but when you go from the compass back to the map, you reverse it. And that's how you utilize resection and modified resection. I hope it helps. Also, please follow me for other land navigational videos and other wilderness topics in reference to skills, tips, and survival.